Hello, welcome to dōSCHOOL. My name is Elizabeth Crawford. I'm a health coach and essential oil educator. This presentation will cover toxic load and how to manage it. What you're looking at here is the doTERRA Wellness Pyramid. 80 to 90% of health issues can be dealt with by managing the base of the pyramid, which is all lifestyle focused, all within our control. Reducing toxic load, rest and manage stress, exercising and eating right, those are all things that are impacted directly by the decisions we make in our everyday lifestyle. Toxic load can look like fatigue, illness, brain fog, and in more serious cases, autoimmune disease and hormone disruption. This presentation will address toxic load, reducing toxic load by avoiding toxins, supporting the body, and detoxing regularly. And having awareness of these steps, we're able to be more proactive versus reactive, which our modern day health system has more of a tendency to be reactive in a if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of sort of way. So we want to be more proactive. Toxins and toxic load. What are toxins? So any substance that causes excess stress to the body would be considered a toxin, and then toxic load is the accumulation of those toxins causing a burden on your body. When overwhelmed by toxins, the body can't properly perform its main functions with full efficiency. Metabolism, immunity, elimination of waste, absorption of nutrients, production of important brain chemicals, reproduction, circulation, respiration, and many other biological functions are affected. Even hydration can be compromised. Toxic overload may reveal itself as fevers, headaches, acne, fatigue, lack of energy, sneezing, coughing, vomiting, or lack of mental clarity, decreased immunity, chronic pain, poor moods, and so much more. Sometimes these symptoms are interpreted as sickness, but in reality, the body may be trying to eliminate toxins through different systems, and the systems the symptoms are just side effects of that overload of toxins. Avoiding toxins, supporting the filter organs, and detoxing regularly are necessary to be happy, healthy, and disease-free. Where do toxins come from? So the three most common forms of toxins that we come in contact with are chemicals, heavy metals, and radiation. Some sources of these are very obvious, while unfortunately, many of them aren't. What is a chemical? A chemical is any substance, natural or synthetic, that can stress the body. So you are probably wondering, how do I avoid these toxins? Examples of chemicals we frequently come in contact with are ingredients in processed foods, such as artificial sweeteners and flavor enhancers, even food dyes, automobile exhaust, cigarette smoke, solvents, something that you would use with painting and trying to dissolve the paint finish on furniture, plastics, xenoestrogens. Xenoestrogens are foreign estrogens in plastics, and growth hormones and environmental toxins. They act as estrogens in our system, but they are not the type of estrogen that we want to have in our system. Pesticides, harsh cleaning products. Couple additional examples would be bleach, antibacterial products, scented products like candles, perfumes, air fresheners, talcum powder. A while back in 2017, there was a huge lawsuit. $700 million was given to various people who developed cancer from using talcum powder over the course of their life. Drying chemicals that you would find in like dry cleaning, vinyl products, flooring, shower curtains. There's a category of chemicals called VOCs, and you would find those in things like dryer sheets, petroleum-based laundry detergents or detergents in general, pressed wood furniture. So VOCs, a common VOC is formaldehyde, and that is something that you would find in particle board, which a lot of furniture is made out of. Another area where you might come in contact with these chemicals would be in flame retardants. And that could be in your furniture, your carpets, and even in curtains. Also found in like baby car seats. Pesticides I mentioned, and then nonstick chemicals is another big one. You'll find these in nonstick cookware, in stain-resistant clothing, stain-resistant carpets. These are dubbed as forever chemicals because they will never break down. Over time, they will just remain on this planet. They will leach into our water systems, into our agriculture, our food, our drinking water, etc. So those are things you want to avoid for sure. Those are chemicals, things that are chemical based that you want to avoid. Now, heavy metals. What is a heavy metal? A heavy metal is a naturally occurring element, actually, and they have a high atomic weight and a density at least 5 times greater than water. That's how you would actually define a heavy metal. They are widely used in industrial, domestic, agricultural, medical, and technological applications, and they're widely distributed in our environment. The most common ones and most dangerous are mercury, cadmium, chromium, lead, and arsenic. They carry the most significant concern to our public health. Toxicity will depend on several factors, including dose, route of exposure, the chemical makeup, as well as age, gender, genetics, and nutritional status of the exposed individual. These naturally occurring elements are considered systemic toxicants and are known to induce multiple organ damage. Even at lower levels of exposure, they're quite dangerous. They are also known to be carcinogens. Heavy metal toxicity can be transferred from mom to baby, and heavy metals can be stored in the fat tissue, which is, I think, is really important to know, is that the liver, when it becomes overwhelmed or doesn't have a clear pathway to get rid of the toxin, it will store those toxins in your fat cells. So if you do have a high level of toxins in your system and you're looking to lose weight, one of the best things you can do for yourself is to do a detox, to flush the toxins out, so that when you do release those fat cells, or your body will actually allow you to release the fat cells. You see, if they're housing dangerous toxins, your body's not going to let go of those fat cells. So flushing them out with a nice gentle cleanse will allow those fat cells to become available for elimination as well. So something to keep on your radar. Potential health threats include Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, autism, cancer, low energy, IBS, fibromyalgia. You want to know how to avoid them, of course. So things to just be aware of. I'll list them off, but I think what's most important when it comes to heavy metals and avoiding toxins in general is just to be an educated and mindful consumer, not to be excessively consuming things, especially if we don't know the source, how they were made, where they were made, the ingredients that were put into them. It's something to be really, really mindful of and careful of what you bring into your home and what you bring into your body. So, okay, things to look out for as far as heavy metals are concerned. Toys, large fish. If you're somebody who consumes a lot of fish or just likes to eat fish, I do, you want to be mindful to eat fish that are no larger than the size of the pan that you would cook them in. The thing with large fish is they consume smaller fish, and that fish consumes a smaller fish, and so on and so on. Each one of those fish have absorbed through their lifetime heavy metals. Specifically, mercury is a big issue with eating fish. And by the time it gets to the top of the food chain, the bigger fish, it's all compounded and it's just accumulated, and you're getting that much more exposure to heavy metals. So you want to stick with the smaller fish, and just be aware of where your fish is coming from. You can do some research and just learn about the different areas from which fish can come from, and which areas are more dense in heavy metals and which are fewer. Just be a really mindful consumer. BPA can linings, or cans that don't have the BPA protection lining, that is a source of heavy metals. So you want to be really conscientious of that. Avoiding canned foods where possible. And then when you do eat canned foods, just make sure they have that BPA lining. Some paints can have heavy metals in it, like lead. Dental work, this is something that is like new to my radar. I just recently became aware of this. So dental work, if you're somebody who has the silver fillings from dental work called amalgam, that's actually an alloy of different metals, including mercury, which is kind of mind-blowing to think that medical professionals would drill holes into your teeth and then fill them with metals that are dangerous to us. I think this practice just started so long ago before we were aware. And studies have shown that over time, that amalgam does break apart. It degrades just with the simple act of chewing, which we're doing on a daily basis. And it releases some of that mercury in the form of gas into your mouth, into your food. So it's absorbing through your skin. And it can be known to cause a toxicity. And oftentimes having them removed will relieve some of your symptoms. Something to look into for you and have a conversation with your dentist about it. The alternative to the amalgam is, I don't actually know what it's called, but it's the same color as your teeth. I know that it doesn't last quite as long as the amalgam, but when it comes to toxicity, it's a much safer option. Vaccinations is another place where you will find heavy metals, and that's quite a hot topic. Something, again, just to be mindful of and do your own research on. Soil, because heavy metals are in the environment, they do make it into water sources and then into soil and then into plants. So just being aware of that and always being mindful to eat organic where you can. Antiperspirants, aluminum specifically, if you are able to, I recommend switching to a more natural alternative for deodorant. doTERRA has some really great products, and there's a lot of new stuff in the market that is really, really effective. I think deodorants come a long way in the natural sector because there's a real need for it, for switching to more natural options. Everybody's chemistry is different, so one product might work well for your friend and not so well for you. So there will be some trial and error. And if your schedule or your life doesn't really permit that, try it on a vacation or a long weekend, and just, give it a chance, because the long-term benefits far outweigh the discomfort of going through that transition period. Aluminum foil is another thing that you want to avoid in cooking, and then cookware. So as mentioned before, with chemicals, the nonstick cookware is really not a great option. And then you also want to avoid any other cookware that could potentially have heavy metals in it. So research, research, research. Be mindful of the things that you're bringing into your home. So acute symptoms for heavy metal exposure would be headache, abdominal cramping and pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue, difficulty breathing. But in more severe cases of chronic heavy metal poisoning, you may experience symptoms like burning and tingling sensations, chronic infections, brain fog, visual disturbances, insomnia, and even paralysis. So something else to have on your radar: toxins do impact your emotions. Digestive issues and disorders are growing rampant, in part because of toxic particles that are prevalent in today's diets. The gut is considered the second brain because of its impact on mood states. In recent years, scientists have discovered that there are more neurotransmitters in the gut than there are in the brain. And among other things, healthy mood management depends on how well those neurotransmitters relay messages to each other. Serotonin is a chemical responsible for maintaining mood balance, social behavior, appetite and digestion, and sleep and memory, sexual desire, and sexual function. The majority of the body's serotonin, between 80 and 90%, can be found in that GI tract. Gut health then promotes emotional health and mood stabilization. How can an individual, this is the question of the day, hope to experience healthy moods if nutrition is questionable and if their neurotransmitters reside in that area, have toxicity, blockages, and inflammation? Difficult for the over 100 million neurons embedded in the gut to influence healthy emotions when there's dysbiosis and toxicity and all this blockage. So toxicity symptoms in the body can directly mirror many depressive symptoms and may include insomnia, foggy thinking, low energy, digestive issues, dampened immune function, and allergies. New studies even suggest that depression may be a type of allergic reaction to inflammation. There is even a proven connection between stress, anxiety, and gut disorders like Crohn's and IBS. Heavy metals and chemicals processed through the GI tract wreak havoc on neurotransmitters, serotonin production, and ultimately emotional health. So you want to avoid toxins, support the body, detox regularly, and use oils for emotional support, like lavender and balance are some really good options for this. The third toxin that we come in contact with would be considered radiation. Radiation, also known as EMF or electromagnetic fields, that is described as invisible areas of energy that are associated with the use of electrical power and various forms of natural and man-made lighting. A basic point to remember is that EMFs come from all sorts of things, including your microwave, your cell phone, cordless telephones, TV, the radio broadcasts, computers, power lines, fitness tracking devices, routers, and of course, ultraviolet waves like X-rays and gamma rays. What do you want to avoid? So technology is a big one. And for most of us, it's impossible to completely unplug, but it is recommended. It's a really good idea or practice to give yourself a break from technology from time to time and let your body just relax. I think it's advisable to not sleep with your cell phone close to your head and to just limit technology light from your computer, cell phone, and your TV. Now, the other type of EMF we are exposed to is sunlight. And this is associated with conditions with cellular health. Sunlight is really, it's a type of radiation, and I never really thought of it that way, but it is. And it's made up of infrared light, which is what we feel heat from the sun, visible light, which is the light we see, and then UV, which we cannot see or feel. And then that's broken up into two different categories, UVA and UVB. UVA can cause cancer, it can, but is mostly responsible for skin aging and wrinkles. And then there's UVB, which is known to cause skin cancer. So how do we avoid it? Those are sort of obvious, but I think we need a reminder from now and again. But you know, limiting your exposure to the sun, wearing protective clothing, wearing sunglasses, taking advantage of shade, and educating yourself on different sunblocks, which I'll just talk about that really quickly because I feel like I became more aware of the options that are out there. And I think knowledge is really important here. So SPF 15, this is interesting. It blocks 93% of rays, and then 30%, you'd think it'd block double that, but it only blocks up to 87%. And then when you bump up to 50 SPF, it only goes up another percentage point to 98%. So really like 15 SPF is great, and anything over 30 is wonderful. You're not making like bigger impact by going up to like the 70 and 80 SPF. So anything over 30 is really, you're in good shape. And then there are two different types of blocks from a standpoint of them being either chemical or physical. So the physical sunblocks are those sunblocks that don't really absorb into your skin. I remember growing up in the 80s, we always had like really cool sunblocks in different colors, and we would wear them like under our eyes or over our nose. And those are made from zinc oxide or titanium oxide, and they physically block the sun from contacting your skin. So they're a little bit less harmful for you when it comes to toxic load because they're not chemical based. They don't absorb into your skin. That zinc oxide and titanium oxide doesn't absorb, but there are other sunblocks, more traditional sunblocks out there are chemical based, and that is going to absorb and increase that toxic load from a chemical standpoint. So something to be aware of. You want to do broad spectrum because that's going to cover the UVA and the UVB, and then anything over 30. And if you're concerned about the chemical makeup of the product, you want to stick with zinc oxide and titanium oxide. So that's a lot of information about toxins, and I know it's a little bit scary to be aware, but being aware is going to be the thing that helps you the most. So hopefully it wasn't too overwhelming, and it's just encouraged you to research before you buy and before you put things on and in your body or bring them into your home. So the question is, who's vulnerable? And the answer is everyone, but most specifically pregnant women, infants, and children. There was a study done, and it was spearheaded by the Environmental Working Group, or EWG, which I'm a huge fan of the information that they share and make public. It's definitely worth a trip to their website, and make sure you download their app on your phone. They're responsible for the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 list. And they also have a great, the app itself is called Skin Deep, I believe. And you can use that to scan products while you're shopping and learn about the chemical makeup and how dangerous those chemicals are and at what level they are in that product. So it's very, very education based, and will teach you why the product is either good or not good for you. So EWG is great, something that I definitely use to my advantage. Nice, it's a free service, so take advantage. So this study done by EWG, researchers at 2 major laboratories found an average of 200 industrial chemicals and pollutants in umbilical cord blood. Tests revealed a total of 287 chemicals in the group. The umbilical cord blood of the infants, it harbored pesticides, consumer product ingredients, waste from burning coal and gasoline, and garbage. So the waste from burning coal, burning gasoline, and burning garbage. And I have here, you can pause the video for a second if you want to read through this. This is a list of some of the chemicals that were found in the umbilical cords. On the very bottom here, I can't see it, there we go. This one I find interesting. On the very bottom, it says, this chemical accumulates up the food chain to man, and it actually was a chemical that was banned in 1976. And it's one of those chemicals that persists, and it's persisted for decades in the environment. And it's been so long since it's even been used, but it's prevalent in our systems. So that's why it's so important to just be aware of not exposing yourself to more toxins than your body necessarily needs to be exposed to, because some of this might be out of our control. We don't have control over this being in the water, in our food system, if it's been discontinued since the 70s and it's still there. That's not something we have control over. But we do have control over filtering our water at our home from the tap, making sure that we're filtering out any additional toxins that we possibly can, or make sure that we're not bringing in chemical-laden cleaners into our home and we're going with a more natural approach. Same thing with skincare products and shampoo products. We don't want to contribute to this toxic load because it's already something that is quite substantial. And if we can just do a little bit with our decisions on a daily basis to reduce any further exposure. We'll all be a lot better off. So how do we protect ourselves? As mentioned, avoiding toxins. And I went through the 3 different categories and advised how we can avoid them. Now I'll get into more information on how to support the body and how to detox. So looking at chemical exposure and heavy metal exposure, how do we support the body? Well, Zendocrine Complex is a fantastic way to support the body. This is a supplement that's made of 14 active whole food extracts in an enzyme delivery system that supports healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the liver, kidney, colon, lungs, and skin. So this supplement is known to support the filter organs, which is very, very important that our liver, kidney, colon, lungs, and skin are healthy, because these are the pathways. This is how we get toxins out of our body. And if these systems, or if these organs are all jammed up, it's going to be really, really difficult for our body to do what it does best. We don't want the filters to be clogged, so to speak, because we need to get this stuff out of our body. It's dangerous to have it floating around in our body. And the other alternative is it gets encapsulated in fat cells and then stored on our thighs and our midsection and our butts. So just if you want to think of it from that standpoint, we want this stuff out of our body. So this supplement, it does so many amazing things. I'm going to go through it. So it has barberry leaf, milk thistle, burdock root, clove bud, dandelion root, garlic fruit, and red clover leaf. These ingredients target the cleansing and support of the liver and helps filter the blood of toxins. So we're talking about not only supporting the organs, but we're talking about filtering our blood and keeping that a clean substance. And then we have Turkish rhubarb stem, burdock root, clove bud, and dandelion, clove bud again. And this category targets the cleansing of the kidneys while bringing strength and integrity to that organ. So that's very specific to the kidneys. Psyllium, seed husk, Turkish rhubarb stem, acacia, gum bark, and marshmallow root. These help to strengthen the elimination process of the colon and support colon health. And then we have osha root, safflower petals. Those 2 ingredients together, they help to strengthen and cleanse the lungs from environmental and other toxins. So that's helping to reduce the amount of toxins that we're bringing in, whereas everything up until those ingredients was helping with the elimination process. So these 2 ingredients help strengthen the lungs to filter stuff out on its way in. And then we have kelp, milk thistle seed, burdock root, and clove again, and then garlic fruit. These help support the cleansing of toxins from the skin. And then it's also important to know that the Zendocrine Complex has enzymes in it that help to help the body to digest and absorb all the ingredients that I just mentioned. So it's a really, really unique supplement, and it helps with supporting the filter organs and also aids in filtering the blood. So chemicals and heavy metals, how do we detox them? All right, so the Zendocrine blend, which comes in an oil form, and it also comes in a supplement or a soft gel format. This essential oil blend is made up of tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro. Tangerine is an antioxidant, and it has cleansing properties for the liver and kidneys. And then rosemary supports a healthy liver and gallbladder, and it reduces the xenoestrogens that I had mentioned before. Again, those are foreign estrogens from plastics, growth hormones, and environmental toxins. And then we also have geranium, which is known to be very good for cleansing the liver, the gallbladder, and balancing out hormones. Very important for hormones, and rids the body of unwanted estrogens again. And then we have juniper berry, which is for detoxing the kidneys. It also can decrease water retention. And then cilantro is really important, a very, very important essential oil. Not only is it a powerful cleansing agent, and it helps to eliminate toxins, but it's known to connect onto heavy metals and help to pull them out of your body. And that's really, really important because of how dangerous the heavy metals are. And then of course we have citrus oils. Citrus oils, as you probably know, are amazing for their cleansing properties. They help to pull toxins out of your kidney and your liver. And there are so many awesome citrus oils. There's grapefruit and lemon, but there's also tangerine. We have red mandarin, we have green mandarin. Just so many awesome oils for cleansing. Lime essential oil, they're just so yummy. Awesome to drink in your water, a couple drops in your water. I also like to add them into my cooking at the end of cooking. Sometimes I'll put it in my oatmeal with some blueberries and have like a lemon blueberry flavor. Great in your smoothies. Citrus oils are super versatile and they're just so good for you. One of the other things that I love about them is they help to increase your body's production of glutathione. Glutathione is one of the strongest antioxidants on earth, and it's something that we actually produce ourselves, but over time we produce less and less. And citrus oils will actually help us to produce more of that. They also balance out your pH and stimulate the lymphatic system. So the lymph fluid in your system doesn't have a pump like our heart does. It does pull toxins and like hold on to unwanted substances in your body, but sometimes we need a little bit of a lymphatic stimulation to get it flowing and get it moving in the right direction. So citrus oils can help with that. They also calm the adrenals, which this isn't necessarily associated with detoxing, but adrenals, when we are constantly experiencing stress, and it could be argued that when we are carrying a heavy toxic load, it does impact our mood, which impacts our stress level. And then when we're feeling stressed, our adrenals are shooting out cortisol and adrenaline, and they can get really, really burned out. So citrus oils are something that can help to reduce that from happening and just calm down your adrenals. Adrenal fatigue is no joke. It can wreak havoc on your thyroid. So it's really like this spiral. How toxicity can impact the mood, impact your adrenals, impact your thyroid, impact your hormones. It's this vicious cycle. So taking care to detox is really important. And just take some lemon oil. You'll be headed in the right direction if you just start incorporating a little bit of lemon oil in your life. All right, so radiation, how do we detox? How do we support that, that area? So DDR prime and frankincense are known for cellular health. Frankincense is an anti-inflammatory and immune stimulant. It often is used to help support the body's response to cancer and other cellular diseases. Now, frankincense is an ingredient in DDR prime, but I do recommend taking just a drop of frankincense under your tongue daily for things like cancer and tumor prevention. It's also known to flush out unhealthy cells from your system and help support healthy cell growth. It's great for depression. It's great for detoxing your liver, autoimmune disorders. It's a wonderful oil. It's the king of oils. I encourage you to do some research on frankincense. It's being studied for use with cancer patients, with Alzheimer's patients. It's unique in that it can pass through the blood-brain barrier, and it's super anti-inflammatory, and it has amazing health benefits for the brain. Take some time and get to know frankincense. It is amazing. And like I said, it's one of the ingredients in DDR prime, along with wild orange, lemongrass, thyme, summer savory, clove oil, niaouli, and litsea. Wild orange has high levels of D-limonene, which help to inhibit cancer tumors and reduce cholesterol. Lemongrass is an anti-inflammatory and an antiseptic, and it has the ability to inhibit cell growth or cancer cell growth and to induce apoptosis, which I love saying that word. Apoptosis is, it's a natural, healthy cell death. Cells have a cycle, and when they get to the end of that cycle, they die. It's part of how things function. It just has to happen. So what lemongrass does is it induces apoptosis in cells that are not wanted. They're not functioning properly. So we want to get rid of them so they don't have more opportunities to reproduce and reproduce that bad DNA that they have. We want to kill them. We want to flush them out of our system. And then we have thyme oil, which is a super strong antioxidant, and it supports the brain. And then summer savory, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It has ability to reduce DNA damage from oxidative stress. So that's going to be really helpful in situations where we have radiation exposure from the sun. And then clove oil, a very well-known, super powerful antioxidant. Do yourself a favor and look up the ORAC scale. It is clove, the dried herb is super high on that scale, which is just a scale of antioxidants and how powerful they are. So the herb itself is super high on there, but the clove oil like blows everything out of the water. It is an amazing antioxidant, and it will help support healthy liver and healthy thyroid function. Niuli is powerful antifungal and anti-inflammatory and helps protect against radiation. And it helps to regenerate damaged tissue. And then Litsea, it's super high in some chemical constituents that help with multitasking. So this is going to be really awesome for supporting brain health again, brain health and function. All right, so I have to mention detoxing foods. So of course, you're probably not surprised to see a lot of these foods on this list, especially cruciferous vegetables. And that's going to be things like cabbage and broccoli, leafy greens, citrus fruits, avocado, green tea, apples, garlic, chlorella. Chlorella is an algae, and it helps to transport toxins out of the body. You can buy it in a powder form or in a supplement form. The powder's nice because you can just drop it in your smoothie, and it really doesn't have much of a flavor to it, but it's full of just vitamins and minerals. It's just so nurturing and nourishing to your body. And then there's turmeric, beets, blueberries, cilantro, and ginger. You should probably have a couple, I would say it makes sense to have 2 or 3 servings of something from this list every day to help facilitate a nice, gentle, natural cleanse on a regular basis. All right, so nutrition, speaking of which, I do think that I strongly believe, let me take that back. It's not just that I think it, I strongly believe that supplementation is 100% necessary to live a fully healthy, healthful life. Supplementation is important because our current farming system and the way food is produced, it is making a product that is very, very low in nutrition or in nutritional content. For example, our fruits and vegetables that we currently eat today that we get from the grocery store, even if they're organic, non-GMO, it's nothing compared to what our grandparents ate growing out of their backyard. The nutritional value is just so much more for them. So we're not getting what we used to get out of our food. Everything's over-farmed. The soil is overused and devoid of nutrients. So supplementation is 100% necessary. The Lifelong Vitality Pack has Microplex MVZ, which is your A, B, C, D, E, and K vitamins, plus all your minerals, and then it's full of whole food ingredients, including things like kelp and seaweed and Brussels sprouts. Just an amazing supplement for a great foundation for health. And then your XE Omegas, that has your omega-3s in it, and it comes from both land and sea sources. And omegas, while we do get plenty of omega-6s in our diet, it is really important that we get omega-3s, and they're very hard to get in the standard American diet. because they come from things like nuts and seeds, leafy green veggies, and fatty fish. And it's not super common for people to eat a lot of that. And then it's also something to be concerned about eating a lot of fish because, as I had mentioned before, the level of heavy metals in fish. So it's really important that we get omega-3s, but it's also really important that we get them from a good, clean source. And the XE omegas do just that. Omegas help with brain health, they help with heart health, and they're amazing for joint health. So aches and pains, also your hair and your skin. Omega-3s are just an amazing thing that we need to have, and most of us don't get enough of it. And then alpha CRS is your antioxidants, and it helps with cellular energy. And it's part of this trio. The three of them together are amazing. And then we have the same option for children, but in chewables and a liquid form for the omega-3s. And again, it's just a really great way to have that foundation for health. It supports and nurtures the body so it can carry out its natural functions, like filtering and eliminating unwanted substances. Couple detox tips. Oil pulling. Oil pulling is a great way to do a nice, easy, gentle cleanse. It's super simple. You just put a couple tablespoons of coconut oil in your mouth and let it come to the temperature of your mouth, and in doing that, it becomes a liquid. Once it's a liquid, I drop a couple drops of a chosen oil in and then start swishing. You can do something like frankincense, clove for its antioxidant properties, Melissa is super antiviral, and frankincense is, as mentioned, it's great for cleansing, and it's also super anti-inflammatory and great for brain health. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna swish, and you're gonna swish for about 15 minutes, and when you do this for the first time, that might feel uncomfortable because your mouth might not be used to so much activity. You're going to be using your cheeks and your tongue to swish it around your mouth and through your teeth. And what's happening during this time is the essential oil and the coconut oil are absorbing toxins transdermally through your cheek, the cells of your cheeks, and through your tongue and from underneath your tongue, just absorbing any toxins. And then with the positive benefits of using essential oils, your body's also absorbing that essential oil. So there's this exchange that's happening. And it's been known to help with skin conditions, arthritis, asthma, headaches, hormone imbalances, infections, and liver issues. So this is a wonderful thing that you can do daily or a couple times a week. I found that it's improved my gum health. It's wonderful for your dental health. My dental hygienist is really pleased with what I'm doing. And I remember I had talked to her about oil pulling, and she had no idea what it was. But nonetheless, she's pleased with what's going on in my mouth. Of course, I do all the recommended practices for dental hygiene, but this is something that is helping as well. And let's see. Oh, tongue scraping. This is a great way to clear toxins and bacteria and debris from your mouth. So what happens at night is the cells on the inside of your cheeks and in your mouth, they die and they slough off, and they kind of pool in your mouth and hang out on the texture of your tongue. It's kind of like the carpet of your mouth. And I would never dream of leaving the house without scraping my tongue. It helps with improving breath, enhancing digestion, heightens your taste buds. It gently stimulates the internal organs, and it increases your awareness of your current well-being through observing your tongue. Your tongue can be a real window into your overall health, and just give you a good idea of your gut health. So that's just something to keep on your radar. This tongue scraper here is made from copper, and that's the traditional, I should say, way to use a tongue scraper, or traditional material you want to use. Copper kills everything. This is an old Ayurvedic practice, and it's just been something that's been handed down generation after generation in the Ayurvedic practice. You can get a tongue scraper for fairly inexpensive on Amazon. I mean, under $10. I think you can get 2 for $10. It's something that's super, super helpful, very inexpensive and easy to do. Dry brushing is another really great way to stimulate that lymphatic system and move around that lymph fluid. It helps to release toxins and gently stimulates your fat cells to release some of those toxins. It improves circulation, speeds up your metabolism. Slim and Sassy is actually known to break down fat cells, and it's been incorporated into things like we do a Slim and Sassy wrap where you make a recipe of Slim and Sassy and a bunch of other essential oils, and you apply that topically and then wrap with saran wrap for a period of time, and it helps to kill those fat cells, and you can actually see measurable results if you are to measure before and after. So that's something interesting that you can ask the person who introduced you to oils about. We have a couple of those recipes floating around. We'd be happy to share. All right, Symphony of the Cells. So Symphony of the Cells is a program that's been put together by Boyd Truman, and I believe there's 13 different protocols. Each protocol is associated with a group of ailments, and you can use these protocols to alleviate symptoms. It's a series of each protocol is a series of 10 essential oils that are applied to the back and then inhaled from the hands of the person who's giving the protocol. And then the excess is rubbed on the bottom of your feet. There have been so many amazing success stories with using Symphony of the Cells. It really helps to bring the body back to homeostasis. And there are several protocols that would work towards helping your body to detox. In fact, when you do any of the Symphony of the Cells protocols, your body will naturally detox. It's a symptom of doing Symphony of the Cells. So it's a great idea to partner with the person who introduced you to essential oils and learn about Symphony of the Cells and work on incorporating the protocol oils into your daily life, and then also doing a Symphony of the Cells treatment a couple times a week, depending on the severity of the ailment that you are concerned about. And I just wanted to share with you some resources. I have been exposed to so many awesome resources in working with this company. So much of it is self-guided in a way, but the long-term benefits of doing the research and reading up on things and just being submerged in this lifestyle, the benefits are amazing. And I would even go so far as to say life-changing. One of the books that I've read recently and I would highly recommend is The Liver Rescue by Anthony William. He's known as the medical medium, and that's another book that you can read if you want to read up on that first and then get into The Liver Rescue. But it's not necessary. You can pick up any one of his books. He uses food to alleviate different ailments and really addresses mystery ailments. So there's so many things out there that people have, and so many symptoms that people are experiencing and they're going undiagnosed, or they're just being kind of categorized and not really, no one's ever really finding the cure or the foundation of what's going on. Anthony William really addresses that. Never Get Sick Again is a great book. As mentioned before, the EWG, or the Environmental Working Group, if you can follow them on social media, get their apps, and use their website, the information they share is very, very eye-opening. Stink is this awesome documentary on Netflix. It's about a father's search for answers in the fragrance industry and really in manufacturing in general. And it gets down to addressing the issues with chemicals that are used in production, not only for fragrance stuff, fragrance products, but just production in general of consumable products that we have on a regular basis, either in our homes or things that we put on our skin. It's really, really cool. Again, it's eye-opening, and the idea is to learn so that we have knowledge as power, not so that we can get frustrated and throw our hands up in the air, but it's so that we can make change and take care of ourselves better. And then Naturally Savvy, this is actually, I originally found it as a podcast, but they also have a great website, and I believe they have a blog. The information they share is just really great too, and super relatable and easy to incorporate on a regular basis. They're really, really fun to follow. All right, so from here on out, I'm going to share some information about different kits. If you're new to doTERRA, this first part of the kits is going to be for you. These are starter kits. And then I'm going to get into some of the options for people who have already chosen this lifestyle and have a membership. The Healthy Habits Kit was developed by Dr. Hill, which is one of our founders. This is basically a protocol that he swears by, and people loved it so much that we developed a kit around it. And I'm so thrilled that we have it. It's a wonderful foundation for health, and it will, it doesn't have the endocrine products in it, but it is going to facilitate a detox. So what's included here? We have the Lifelong Vitality supplements, the XE Omega, which is the omega that I had mentioned earlier, that has 9 essential oils in it, including clove essential oil and frankincense. So just taking these 3 supplements will facilitate a nice, gentle cleanse. And I always recommend this as a great place for people to get started. And then we have the lemon essential oil, which is going to do a regular daily cleanse. If you can add a couple drops of it to your water. This kit also has frankincense in it, 1 drop under the tongue every single day to help with cellular health, flushing out cells that are reproducing rapidly and then supporting healthy cell growth. And then we have lavender essential oil to help with just calming and relaxing before bedtime. On Guard essential oil will help with killing germs, boosting your immune system. And then Balance, that's an oil that helps with balancing out emotions, which can really be key to having just like a relaxed atmosphere for yourself and the people around you. And Terrazyme is a supplement that's made of whole foods. Terrazyme, it's an enzyme. It helps you to break down food so that your body doesn't have to do so much work to digest. It makes things a little bit easier for your system in general. It will help to alleviate gas and bloating, or any pain and discomfort associated with digestion. And then PB Assist is a probiotic, and it's very unique in its delivery system. It doesn't digest until it gets low into your gut, and that's exactly where you need probiotics. And included in that supplement are prebiotics, which are the food for the probiotics. Once it gets down there, the probiotics have food and they're able to latch on and proliferate. And probiotics are known to help with stabilizing mood, because it does help with the health of your GI tract. And again, there's so many neurons there, and that directly impacts your mood. And then Deep Blue, there's no better way to facilitate a cleanse than to increase the amount of exercise that you're getting. It increases circulation. It helps that lymphatic fluid flow. It helps, it increases respiration, so you're breathing out toxins more frequently, you're sweating them out of your skin, and what comes with increased exercise? Achy muscles. So Deep Blue is going to help with any of your aches and pains. This kit, it includes the membership, and it's over 100 PV, which means that it will typically qualify you for any promotions that we have going on. So it's a really great starting point. This is truly the foundation of health, and I recommend everybody start here. You get a good bunch of essential oils, you get the foundation for health, you get digestive support, and your aches and pains taken care of. This is a beautiful place to start. Now, if you want to dive headfirst in with a balls to the walls cleanse, it's actually not that extreme. This is one of my favorite things to do. I recommend doing this maybe 2 or 3 times a year to do a full body cleanse. It has the Lifelong Vitality supplements, which I've talked about at length. So it's included in this kit. And again, it has the PB Assist and Terrazyme like the previous kit, but we're adding in the Zendocrine Complex, which supports healthy filter organs, the Zendocrine Detox Blend, which helps to detoxify the body and your blood, DDR Prime, which helps with cellular health, and then lemon helps facilitate a regular daily detox. And then this addresses an detox from the gut standpoint as well. So it includes GX Assist, which makes the gut unfriendly to the bad bacteria in our gut, which are known as Candida. So you take the GX Assist for a period of time, it flushes out the Candida, and then you replace that Candida with good healthy probiotic and the prebiotic, which is the PB Assist. So this is a really great overall full-on body cleanse, and it's pretty amazing. And I would also go so far as to say that this cleanse is life-changing. Here's another awesome kit, Natural Solution Starter Kit. This is for overhauling your home and detoxing your home. It is going to replace your chemical-laden mouthwash. It's going to replace your hand wash, and it comes with 2 hand wash pumps. These are going to kill germs and boost your immune system, but they're not going to kill the healthy germs. So many times antibacterial products, 1, they're full of chemicals, 2, they kill off both the good and the bad bacteria, and 3, they don't kill viruses. On Guard kills viruses. So that's why there's so many awesome On Guard products. We have the On Guard toothpaste in this kit, On Guard mouthwash, the hand wash. We have On Guard Plus, which is something I would not be caught without any month of the winter. It helps to boost your immune system. And the plus part of it has Melissa in it, which is a super strong antiviral and just kind of like a top shelf essential oil. It has the On Guard beadlets and On Guard hand sanitizer for fighting germs when you're on the go, out and about. It's got your foundational supplements, Terrazyme, PB Assist, Lifelong Vitality. It's going to replace your shampoo and conditioner with a good clean option. The hand and body lotion is unscented, so you can mix it with an essential oil. You choose an essential oil based on your mood that day, and then you have basically a scented lotion, but you're using clean essential oils to do that. Past tense for headaches, and you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 13 essential oils in this kit, and your Deep Blue Rub comes with a really, really pretty diffuser. 570, and then it's 400 PV. Really, really cool kit. And then we have the Healthy Home Starter Kit. This is going to replace your a lot of your bathroom products that potentially could have toxins in them. And then it does come with 10 essential oils. That's your foundational essential oils that are going to aid with 80 to 90% of ailments in your home for you and your family. It does have the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, which is an amazing product. Basically, you just mix different ratios of the concentrate with water and in, let's say, like a mop bucket or a spray bottle, and you can use that to clean different parts of your house, like your kitchen and your bathroom. You can use it for all sorts of things around the house. And then you have your On Guard toothpaste and this adorable Brevi diffuser, which lights up. It can do a rainbow, or you can stop it on a color you like, or you can just do white light or no light. So it's super versatile. Really, really fun. If you have kids, good luck trying to keep them from taking it into their room forever, because they're going to fall in love with it. All right, so once you're a member, now all of those kits previously mentioned, Not only do they come with all the amazing oils and products, but they also include your membership. Now, a membership typically would cost $35 if you were to buy it outright, but each one of those kits has the membership included for free. That membership gives you 25% off of retail for a full year. At the end of that year, you renew for $25 and you get a free bottle of peppermint. So it's pretty much a wash. Now, once you have that membership, it opens you up to additional opportunities, including what we call the Loyalty Rewards Program. And basically what that is by placing a monthly order of 50 or more, so 50 PV or more, you have the opportunities to earn free products, get your shipping paid for, and earn points. And points spend like dollars. So it's a really, really cool program. I'll just tell you how I like to use this program. I purchase my products in this program regularly, instead of purchasing them at like the grocery store or the drugstore, and they ship to my home when I need them. You can edit your cart every month, so you're only purchasing the things that you need, and you're only purchasing as much as you need. There's no minimum requirements besides 1 PV, and that could be as small as like a chapstick. And the products that I purchase, they would be things like laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, all my skincare products, toothpaste, my mouthwash, my cleaning products for the house, and then all of my supplements. So this really has been an amazing way to save money and to just know what I'm getting. I used to spend hours in the grocery store, at the drugstore, scanning products with my EWG app to see what kind of toxins were in things and figure out what the cleanest product in the store was. But it was a losing battle because there's literally nothing there that is truly a clean product. So now with Loyalty Rewards, I have peace of mind, and I'm also getting rewarded for making that healthy lifestyle choice and purchasing those products. Every time I make a purchase over 50 PV, I receive points. Now, when you first start, you'll start at 10% points, but every 3 months that you do 50 PV, you bump up another 5%. And then another 3 months goes by and you bump up another 5%, all the way up until 30%. So when I purchase 100 PV of products, I get 30% back. So let's say I spend $100 on oils, I get $30 back to use the following month, plus points for shipping, and it adds up, you guys. It's not unrealistic for me to go into my Loyalty Rewards cart and see that I have 100 or 150 points to use. They add up, and it's really, really nice to just get a kickback for actually using these products. And you don't get that at the big box marts and at the grocery store or drugstores. You don't get any kickback. Not like this. This is amazing. So I buy my household products with my Loyalty Rewards program, and then I use those points to get free oils. So I don't pay for my oils, you guys. I just buy products that I would normally buy someplace else, and then I get my oils for free. My oils are basically paid for. So such a cool program. If you are already a member, definitely consider this. If you have questions about how to set it up, although it's fairly simple, you just go in and choose set up my LRP and you shop. We all know how to shop. So it's really, really easy to do. But again, if you have been introduced to this awesome lifestyle by somebody, they would be happy to help you out, answer any questions about the products themselves. In the Loyalty Rewards program, you have the ability to purchase collections that wouldn't be available anywhere else, and they're discounted even further. And again, it's that reward for being a loyal member. This collection is the Cleanse and Restore Kit, and it's just like the Cleanse and Restore enrollment kit that I mentioned earlier. It just doesn't come with the membership. But again, this is a kit for deep diving into cleansing, and I would recommend doing it a couple times a year. The Daily Habits Kit. Again, this is just like the Healthy Habits Enrollment Kit that I mentioned previously, but it doesn't come with the membership. It's also like an amazing foundation for health. If you have been slacking on your routine with doTERRA and you want to dive back in, this is a great place to start back up again. And if you're running low on oils and you're already, regularly using the supplements, this is a great way to get your oils replenished and keep up with your supplements. All right, so these are the detox supplements and oils that I had mentioned. If you are purchasing them in your loyalty rewards program, you can do so for $151, and that's 134 PV. Also, keeping in mind that when you purchase in the loyalty rewards program, if you order before the 15th of the month and your order is over 125 PV, you're going to get the free product of the month. There's a product every single month. We never know what it is until the first of the month, but you get 2 weeks to get your loyalty rewards order in and have it be over 125, and they will send you a free oil. And then we often have other promotions going on for orders over 100 PV. Check with your person that invited you to learn about oils, and they will keep you up to date on the promotions. This kit comes with the XE Omegas and the Microplex MVZ. That is the daily nutrient pack, and then DDR Prime and Veggie Caps. So this gives you the opportunity to use DDR Prime topically, and also the option to take it internally with the Veggie Caps. And Veggie Caps are great. I make up different concoctions depending on where I am with my cycle or what I have going on as far as how I'm feeling. You can mix up different things, like you might want to do lemon DDR Prime and then throw in some geranium or lavender essential oil to help with balancing out hormones. There's so many different things you can do. Veggie Caps really amp up the versatility of using your essential oils. And then we have Zendocrine soft gels that's going to help cleanse the body, cleanse your blood, and then Zendocrine Complex, which is going to support the health of your filter organs. So this is a really great way to address all the concerns that I talked about earlier today with taking on a toxic load. The loyalty rewards program, this also isn't available anywhere else. This discount on the Lifelong Vitality Pack is something I take advantage of every single month. So you have the option to do either the Lifelong Vitality Pack or the Daily Nutrient Pack. And that's going to be your foundation for health. No matter what you have going on, this is the place to start. This is where you build your foundation. You have your XE Omegas and your Microplex MVZ. The Lifelong Vitality Pack has alpha CRS in it for fighting free radicals, the aging process, and supporting increased cellular energy. Daily Nutrient Pack just is the XE Omega and the Microplex MVZ. And then with both options here, you have the ability to add on additional supplements for a huge discount. So for $20 a piece, you can do additional, you can add on a Terrazyme, PB Assist, Deep Loop polyphenols for pain. The Mito2 Max is going to give you even more assistance with energy sustained throughout the day. The kids vitamins you can add on for an additional $25 versus the other supplements are going to be $20. But this is a great way to do like a mommy and me, reboot your health. And then you could just add on an additional Microplex MVZ and XE Omega and stock up on those foundational supplements, depending on how you want to manage this. But this isn't available anyplace else. This is only available to loyalty rewards customers. And it's, again, it's just a way to get rewarded for choosing this healthy lifestyle for yourself. $20 a pop, you guys. They range anywhere from $35 to $60 each, these additional targeted support essential oils. So it's a huge savings, huge savings. You want to take advantage of that. All right, so there are 3 pathways. There are 3 lifestyle pathways with doTERRA. Everybody fits into one of the 3 categories: user, sharer, or builder. Users live the wellness lifestyle through and through. They're using the oils for themselves and their family. Sharers share to get their oils paid for, which is really cool. You can get your oils paid for in the form of money, or you can get rewarded in the form of essential oils. And that's a conversation you would just have with the person who introduced you to learn about oils. And then builders, that's what I do. I call myself an essential oil educator. And essential oil educators are building a business for themselves. They build to earn income and to make an impact. And I can't tell you how much this business means to me. I do recommend that you have a conversation with the person who invited you to learn about oils. This is, like I said, this is something that means a lot to me. I left the corporate world a couple months ago to do this full time, and the amount of freedom that it's allowed me, I've never experienced in the corporate world. It's been a complete 180, and I'm so, so thankful for the opportunity. So if that's something that's interesting to you, if you are looking to just bump up your income a little bit, to maybe get a small project at home paid for, or to take your family on a vacation, or if you're looking to the other extreme where you are wanting to completely replace your income, then definitely have a conversation with the person who introduced you here and pick their brain, see what it's all about. It is an amazing community of people, and not only from like a business standpoint, but just from an improvement of quality of life, from relationships and connections and education. I can't say enough about this company, and it is something that we just want to share with other people and give you the opportunity to make an impact like we're able to make an impact. It is very, very fulfilling. So what does being a builder look like? For me, it looks like making an impact by educating people on how to use oils for physical and emotional health, and empowering others to make their impact on the world as well. Educating full-time with doTERRA has given me both fulfillment and freedom that I never experienced before. Not to mention incredible relationships and opportunities. If you're even a little bit curious, reach out to the person who invited you and learn about what we're doing. All right, so this dōSCHOOL presentation has been part of a whole program that is meant to up-level your education. We have a core curriculum, and you can see the classes available, and the idea is for this to be available when you're ready to learn. So it's a link that we can share with you, and you can watch as much or as little as you want at a given time. And as you're working your way through the content, there are quizzes associated with each one of the classes, and you'll just fill out the quiz and share with the person who introduced you to oils. And once you have all of them completed, there is a prize in it for you. So touch base with that special person who introduced you to oils. We have the core curriculum, and then we do also have some really cool electives for you to keep on your radar. And just so many amazing ways to incorporate oils into your life. Take advantage of this education that we're sharing with you. And also, just so you know, this is something only available to our community. So we're super, super special, and it was made exclusively for you. We ask that you don't share this with others, as it is a perk of having a wholesale account with our community, and we want to keep it really special for you. So that is the conclusion of the Reducing Toxic Load presentation. It is part of a series of classes that will address cleansing in general. So look out for a class about probiotics and gut health, and then a third class about how to cleanse. There's different ways to cleanse. So keep that on your radar and check back and get yourself educated. Thank you guys so much for your time. I hope you found that informative. Thank you so much.